So I've just roughed up the area of this, and I'm just going to try and do a little bodge, really. So I've got the old solvent weld stuff over there. No idea if it's the right stuff, but I've used it before and it works bloody well on pipework joints and stuff. So I'm just going to wash some solvent weld glue on there and see if it does the trick. If it leaks, then it looks like I'll be doing some kind of better fix. But for now, we'll try the solvent weld on there. So apologies for the flickering. We're going to see if we can do a little bodge on this now. Ideally, to fix it, I would be sticking something to it, but I don't really want to do that, and I haven't got anything to hand, so we're going to try just sticking on some solvent weld. It obviously is solvent weldable plastic, otherwise EA wouldn't have been able to stick the thing together in the first place. Now the cracks are at the top, so in terms of pressure it's not going to be anywhere near as much as it would be if it was down the bottom. And once it's in use, it's probably going to fill up with green crap anyway. But I'm all for a quick fix. It's just annoying when you want to show off your Tempest and it's got bloody cracks in it. Never mind. We'll see how that goes off. Overnight, and then I'll bung some water through it in the next few days, see how it behaves. Right, so been a couple of days since I did the bodge repair on here on the Tempest. This is just some solvent weld that I've actually covered the cracks with and tried to work into the cracks, and I don't know if you can see there, it's actually left me with quite a nice smooth finish, and it's actually adhered to the outside of the tube exceedingly well. So I am hoping for good things from that. It's still probably, the tube probably still isn't as strong as perhaps it was originally, but this solvent weld seems to be, it almost has like a rubbery feel to it. It's not rubbery, it's like a proper solvent weld, but it doesn't feel like the stuff like what EA have used on the joints. You know, it doesn't feel, this feels like the old polystyrene glue that you used to make the model aircraft with, whereas this one feels almost like there's a little bit of flex in it. That's the only way I can describe it, is that this would bend a little bit, and the stuff that EA have used in the joins here is like the old Airfix glue, that's the word I was looking for, where it goes like really dry and crispy. So I'm hoping that's job done. It is near the top, so in terms of pressure, it's not going to be enduring masses and masses of pressure. It's going to have about 5,000 litres an hour through it. I'm going to use it on the fry tank, so it's basically going to have it goes through this Tempest into. I'm going to do a little shower. It's another thing I'm not 100% convinced on how well they work, but the more filtration the better in most circumstances. So I've got the moving bed, which is actually maturing very, very well. I'm really, really pleased with it. Over there, and for what it cost, £5 for the barrel and the filter media, you know, it's a no-brainer. That silly thing will be going, and I'm going to actually make another barrel with either K1 or K plus in it to actually use as a mechanical stage. If you've seen any of Righty's stuff, you'll know exactly where I'm going with that. That really is junk. It's got no place being there at all. And then this, like I say, this is going to be used, and then it'll go into a shower. I'm only going to go like perhaps 2 or 3 layers on a shower with. I'm going to go for good old alpha grog. I just want the extra surface. I just want the extra filtration that the shower's going to give. I don't necessarily want it because it's a shower. I just want it because I can stack it up and it's not going to take up loads and loads of space. And it gives me an excuse to use the Tempest on the fry tank, and then later on I can build an uplift or upflow filter for outside on the koi pond, which I still haven't built, so they're still all swimming around in a paddling pool. But that's another story for another time. So hopefully we'll get some more of this done, and it'll be following in the video right after this bit. Hi guys, made a few adjustments over in the corner. So hopefully you can see the wound on the Tempest just behind the hose there. Hopefully that won't leak, but if it does, it's where I can get it and do stuff. It's just a temporary lash up really on the Tempest to get the Tempest running, and then there is going to be some kind of shower going here in the corner for, well, just because I can really, and it'll make use of the bigger pump that I shall be putting on. But I even amazed myself and got it level. Who'd have thought it? So hopefully down here there'll be a shower. This the inlet on the Tempest, once the shower's in, the inlet on the Tempest will have to move probably to about here, but it's fine there for now. Bit of pipe work to do, and I'll let you have a look at it once I've done the pipe work. You don't want to watch me prattling about with that. So I bought this pump to use outside on the main pond, but I'm going to use it in here on the fry tank. Now it is a 12,000, but obviously it's adjustable. That's going to sit back there on the wall, out of the way. It's going to be split between the Tempest at the moment and this. So half will go to the Tempest and half will go to the pressure filter removing bed. The little 4000 down there will be going, and I've left the fry tank for a couple of days just so you can see how dirty it gets. It is currently filthy, so the plan is to have a bigger throughput of water, and hopefully won't necessarily reduce my maintenance, but it will remove more of these solids, because the holes in this Laguna pump down here is actually very, very fine, so, and it's only a 4000, so it doesn't actually create masses of water movement. Actually, you know, the upflow from the bubbles creates more water movement than the pump does. So, and the beauty of this one is I can turn it down, so we'll get it plumbed in, and then I won't show you me working. There's only so much of me working you can watch before you get bored of it. So I'll get this all set up and then I'll give you another look at it. So it's my solution to a massively overpowered pump for this little tank. Obviously the original strainer is going to have a massive throughput, so to get around that, and so it hasn't got masses of suction to draw in all the fry, this is just a bit of hose with a hose tail into there, nicely fixed, nice and tight, so the fish can't get past it. And then all I'm going to do is fix another one on top of it, like so. That'll sit in the tank. It's a big ugly solution to the overpowered pump, but it's only temporary until the fish are bigger and they can overcome the suction from it. So the pump will just fit to this end on the supplied hose tail that comes with it. So once that's all plumbed in, I'll show you how well it works. I've used a similar solution in my green fry pond out in the garden for the New Forest fry, and it works an absolute treat. The only difference is I actually hid the pump for that one inside the two baskets, but I don't want to do that because obviously this is only a temporary solution until the fish are bigger. Right, so that's that done. All I've got to do is trim those cable ties off. Let's get around in the sun. There you go, you can see it a bit better there. So I'll trim those cable ties off with the old, if it focuses, Nipex Super Nips. Excellent for cable ties. They give you a proper flush cut. It's not going to zoom in. There you go. They give you a proper flush cut, so the cable ties don't leave any sharp edges. Very good tool if you do use a lot of cable ties. Right, so I'll show you that after I've nipped them all off. So let's get out the shadows. So there you go. As you can see, there is no sharp edge where I've nipped off the cable tie. I know there's plenty of others all around it, but you take off what you can. Right, let's do a bit more and then I'll show you a bit more progress. Well guys, it's in and running. As you can see all the junk floating up in there, but it's doing what it's meant to do. Some crap in the filter already. No leaks. No leaks. And where I cracked it and stuck it together with solvent well glue, perfect, no leaks. It's not wet, that's where the solvent well glue is. Yeah, still dry as a bone. So quite happy with that. It's an ugly pig of an installation, but it is like it's only an installation to get it running. There's going to be a shower going in this general area over here, so all this pipe work will get altered again. And then I was surprised the All Pond Solutions Y piece. These bits are actually crap and very, very easy just to pop off. If you nip them up too tight, they just pop off and go back, and then you've got to nip them up again. But they're actually not leaking, which has surprised me hugely. Stirred up tons of crap in the tank, so I've got to do a partial change on it later anyway.
Sounds like there's a spider in here.
No, there's no spiders in here, Poppet.
Oh, you don't even see one up there.
No, I'm not looking. And there's one of the menaces. So the big ugly solution to a strainer to protect the fish is working a treat. And made that water disgusting, but such is life. And moving bed, still moving. A little bit more flow into there than I had previously, which is ideal because there will be probably another 10 to 15 litres of media going in there over the next couple of weeks. But this is all, I won't say it's mature, but it is maturing nicely, and it is working. So it is taking out quite a bit of ammonia and giving me nitrites. And considering it's only really been running a month, you know, I'm not expecting a miracle. And with it being, half of it was new media, and half of it, as you can see, is, so we've got like half of it is K plus and half of it is some K1 that I had floating around in a net bag in my pond outside. So just to give it a kick start, it was out there for a good few months just floating around. I was going to use it on something else, but you know, this came up first, so I did this. But yeah, probably another 10 to 15 litres of media going in here, and then that should be all right then. And another reason why I opted for such a big pump is because, you know, that's the pump that's on it now. Another reason for having that one is the pressure filter will be going, because it's just a royal pain in the ass. And down here in this section somewhere there will be another blue barrel and a big barrel filter, like very, very similar to what Righty made on his channel, but with it being a fry a fry tank and not massive volumes of water to deal with, I'm not going to do 3 stages like Righty did on his. I'm just going to do 2. So I'm going to have a mechanical and a biological, and then over here the Tempest. The Tempest is primarily mechanical, but it will mature and provide a bit of biological. And then in the corner there, there'll be a shower to provide some more biological. It's not going to be mega, it's going to be plastic trays with alpha grog in it, but every bit of biological helps, and that will be plenty for this, as well as the trickling, which is still going over there. You can't see it now, but yeah, I won't say I'm happy with it because it's ugly, but it is working, and it is now doing its job until the shower stuff arrives. So that's it for now, and thanks for watching. So, forgot to show you quickly the controller there. I'm running 3 off of full, so I could probably slow it down a bit. I could probably knock another 2 dots off of there, but at the moment, obviously, I want it to pick up all this junk in the water. Giving me a good flow. It's giving me a good flow. The reason I went for such a big pump really was just because it gives good head, and we all like good head, don't we guys? So make of that what you will. Thanks for watching. So the old Tempest's been running for a few hours now. Actually doing pretty well, I think. Fish are hungry. So after my little short video about the Tempest, about cracking it, a friend and colleague who also subscribes to the channel asked what it does. So I'll take this quick opportunity at the end of this video just to give a quick description, just for those that don't really, you know, not everybody deals with ponds and not everybody knows what things do. So essentially, the Tempest is a water polisher. It's designed to take out fine particles from the water, because all the koi lovers want water that's crystal clear, or gin clear as they like to call it, without any bits floating around in. Doesn't really bother me that much, to be fair, but I had this, so it may as well be used here. So basically, water comes out of there through my big ugly homemade strainer, gets pumped up. I've got some of it splitting off to that filter system over there, and some of it coming through here to the upflow, which is exactly that. It is just an upflow filter. So it comes in the bottom. I don't know if you can see any particles moving around in there. Oh, there's a few going up now, going up and down probably. Goes in there, goes up here, and gets trapped by this media. Now, this media is called K+. It is marketed as a biological and mechanical media. In this application, it's been mostly used as mechanical. just because there isn't a massive amount of it. You know, it will, over the coming months, it will develop a biofilm, and that biofilm will help with the nitrogen cycle. As it stands, it's just doing a mechanical job at the moment, collecting fish waste and other particles out of the water. So, as you can see in there, and the beauty of these is it captures all the waste before the water returns, in this case, back to my tank, or as it will be at a later stage, it will drop into a trickle filter, a trickle tower that's going to go over there in that corner. So this media, like I say, it will eventually have a biofilm on it. Now there are lots of areas on this media where the biofilm can live, and you can use this in different ways, in a moving bed as well as a static filter like this. In a moving bed it still does the biological job, but it's not filtering out any solids. So in here it's doing solids, and to a second degree it's going to do biological, but we're not worried about that in here really. Now Evolution Aqua market this filter as being able to take out particles down to 1 micron, which is bloody small. Will it do that? Don't know. But as long as it takes out the majority of what the fry produce before, as it stands, getting dumped back into the tank, and essentially, or especially, before getting dumped into the trickle filter, which will go there, then it's doing all I want it to do. So I would say this has probably got it's probably about 5,000 or 6,000 litres an hour going through there. Bearing in mind this is it's a 12,000 litre an hour pump. It's only running probably about 75%-ish, 70% maybe. So yeah, it's probably about 5,000 coming out of there, and you can't see it exiting just under the water there, but there's probably about 4,000 coming through there. So I don't want to run it too fast, because if we run it too fast through here, then it will literally just push all the waste up through the media and right back out the top. So EA reckon 7,000 litres tops for this, 5,000 being optimal. I'm looking at it now, I think I may be running it just a little on the fast side, but I will see how that goes over the next few days, see if it's driving the solids through the media. So thanks Lisa for your question. I hope that clears it up. I can't really explain it any better than that. I could get much more technical, but effectively that would be meaningless for you really. I'm not going to go into all like the protected biological areas and everything else. That perhaps for another video. So just think of it as a big sieve. It takes the lumps out. So thanks for watching, and hit that like button, and if you're not subscribed already, hit that subscribe button. Bye bye.